Good morning, welcome back to Erasmus TV. The Dutch government announced a roadmap to easing the measurements against the coronavirus. But is the university following those directions? Hans Smits, chair of the Executive Board, what news do you bring for us?
Good morning. Well, I think that from the 15th of June, I think there will be some opening of the university. So we are preparing now a plan, which is quite a challenge because for every building, every floor, elevators, staircases, the campus here, the areas, we have to design more or less the area for the 1.5 meter university. And that will be done before the 15th of June, so that we are ready then to open up a little bit.
So you have a month to prepare. What does this mean for working from home or using study spaces, or perhaps for the entrepreneurs here on campus?
Well, it remains that working at home is the priority until the 1st of September. But because of the well-being of our students, already the library is open from last Monday, and we will create again study places for the students. And then also workplaces for our employees, because we have found out in our survey that it is very important for their well-being to open up for them. So from the 15th of June we will do that, and I think for the library already next week we will step by step open up for the students.
Yes, because the survey showed that a lot of employees and students are feeling very stressed. Is also a result from the survey that opening up would help them?
Definitely, specifically for the students, but also for our employees. And another thing where because we have done a lot of platforms, we discuss it many times a year, but apparently there are obstacles to pick up the phone and to ask for help or to look for somebody to talk to. So maybe an idea is to form teams, because 30% of the students can cope very well with being lonely, studying from home. So maybe it's an idea to form teams so that they can help their colleagues who have more difficulties.
Yeah, and also somebody who could help is here on the other side of the table, Elvira Bruyne. You're from Erasmus Sport.
Yeah, that's right.
Sporting outside is allowed again. Are people already come running to you because they want to do something again?
Yeah, it's true. From today on, you can make a reservation for the tennis and beach volleyball courts on campus. So students can use them from now on. And from upcoming Monday, we do have another schedule for some body fit classes, for example, yoga or high intensity training or Zumba, for example. So I think that would be great to start again. And yeah, we do have already some reservations for today's time slots for the court, so that's great, yeah.
And how are you trying to keep this safe? Because we still have to keep our distance.
Yeah, true. Well, some people from Erasmus Sport will, of course, check the rules from the RIVM and the Erasmus University, so that will be fine. And we do make some squares on the ground to make sure that everyone is keeping the distance. So I think that will be okay, yeah.
And for everybody who is wondering how this, restarting campus is looking like at the moment, for example, the library, because you can bring and collect books at the moment, well, this small video for you. Before we come back to the survey on how stressed all students and employees are, I was also wondering, did Erasmus Sport lose a lot of income during these 2 months that you have to stay closed?
Yeah, well, we don't have a clear view of the financial damage yet, but I can already say that it hurts, yeah. But I think that's the case for a lot of different companies. But yeah, I hope everything will be fine, and I think everything will.
So does this also mean that you can't compensate students who have, for example, a sport pass for the entire year?
Well, we do have a kind of a compensation. We promise all the students to offer them a discount when they buy a new pass during the September deal, next September. But yeah, in some cases, we do have to find a customized solution.
Well, at least it's good news that we can start up a bit on campus. We can go sporting again. Some people will perhaps in a month be able to come back to campus to study here. It must be good news because also people were craving that, apparently craving that good news, because the survey showed that 2/3 of students and employees were feeling quite stressed, and a lot of people were feeling anxiety or experiencing loneliness. Does that worry you as well, chair of this university?
Oh, definitely it worries us. We talk a lot about it in the Executive Board, but also with the deans, also with the vice deans of education, and all what we can do, we do. But you cannot help all. And coming back to sport, scientific research again and again learns us that walking outside, doing sports is one of the best remedies to feel better and to do not have pessimistic feelings and do not feel lonely. So I do hope that next week in the air we have reasonable good weather, that also our students will go outside and do sports, no matter what they do, because that's one of the best things to do to feel better.
Yeah, you were just before the show, you were telling that you were also sporting outside, just in the park, just to be outside. Not everybody might have that luxury. So they can come here also on campus?
Sure, they can. And we have parks here in the neighborhood. And if there is enough interest, we also said also to the sport, Erasmus Sport, that we have trainers. If, for instance, 20, 30 students, with distance, of course, want to have a walk in the Kralingse wood or around the lake, we can arrange that. Why not? Not only on the campus, but in another place in Rotterdam. If they want, we will be there for them.
And you also mentioned that, well, since the beginning of this crisis, we have been discussing here at this very table at Erasmus TV the worries the university has for employees and students for their well-being. Does it also mean that you already have plans to tackle this problem that the survey showed again?
Yeah, we are discussing it also with some experts. We have, of course, on the university psychological know-how. We have 4 of them asked, please help us. What can we do more or different than we have done up until now? We are doing that, and maybe some new measures will be taken. And one of the things which intrigues me very much is that the students can help each other, to form buddies for each other. And if we can come to these kind of measures, I think that would be helpful too.
Is there also something that perhaps the university shouldn't do more, but perhaps employees or students should do less? Can't you take away some tasks or, well, assignments for students, for example?
Well, we have discussed it specifically for our employees yesterday with the deans, and we have said to them, if we can help by having more people, because it's all extra work. The work pressure is extra, but there was a high work pressure and it has increased even. So if we can help you from here, or new people, because online training, exams, etc., we will have more people to help all our employees so that we at least reduce the extra workload they have now.
Okay, well, we will come back to you when the measures are definite, and we will keep asking. Well, in the meantime, I might have to book a sporting class at Erasmus Sport just to be fit again to be back here on Monday, because on Monday we'll have the next episode of Erasmus TV. Thank you for watching.